Welcome to Life Unpacked. We're just unpacking it quickly. Welcome. It's Dasha and
I'm Diana.
Diana. And if you like our episodes, please subscribe and like and comment. We love getting interactions from our viewers. And today we're going to discuss something that I think is very important, and that is forgiveness. Forgiveness, forgiving yourself
Yes.
for past.
If you've made mistakes, it's just like we blame ourselves, or
Mhm.
I've blamed myself. I no longer do. It's not a thing I do anymore.
So I think the first thing is acceptance, right?
Yes.
That's literally the first thing that you have to do in order to forgive. If you can't accept, you can't forgive.
Yeah, that's very hard.
And sometimes accepting is just realizing that that's what happened that got you to where you are now. And sometimes it's those mistakes that you blame yourself for that get you to a better situation.
Okay. Explain. Like something like you made a mistake, you learned, you moved on
Yes.
next time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I
Sure.
always used to pick toxic partners.
Okay.
So I could sit here and say that I've wasted all these years with toxic partners, but instead I looked at it as a learning experience, and it
Okay. Yeah.
allowed me to choose wisely when it came to choosing a life partner.
Yeah, that's true. When I go looking back on the partners, I do have a situation that I felt was very wasteful of my time. However, now I'm like, well, what else would have done? I would have been with another guy that wasted my time. But that was the thing. I should have been alone. There should have been no guy. But like whatever, I can't go back in time.
See, you're still not accepting it as
I,
it was a part of your journey
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
a
like
part of your book.
yeah.
I don't know. I am very big on not regretting anything.
It was like the 20s. I don't regret it. But you're right. I did have fun.
That's what it's about. If I was just thinking about this on the drive here, if you didn't make any mistakes and you have nothing to regret,
Then you're not living.
you didn't live.
Yeah, I'm impulsive and I kind of like take whichever move I feel and I go and I do it. I haven't done big things, but I've made many mistakes. So now I'm like, don't do that. But it took a long time. So like for my journey, many years, right? So like letting go is not something it's like, oh, let go. And next week you let go. I think it's such a process of mental gymnastics and reframing and then believing what you've reframed.
I think there forgiving yourself is various ways. So you forgive yourself with the choices that you've made. There has to be some light there where you just accept that this is where you are and not harbor on these feelings of what could I have done? Because in reality, what can you do? You have
Nothing.
no idea. We don't know what we're doing. Every
You
day
don't
we wake
know. You
up.
have like, there's no way to go back in time and like, oh, I could have done something different. So there's so many things we could always do differently. And I don't know. It's just like, to me, that's the brain exploding emoji. You can't, because even to go back in time, like everything would have had to been different for you to be different, to make a different choice. You couldn't have made a different choice at the time, because if you could have, you would have. Like,
And what's the point of living with this resentment, fear, and this negativity where it's already done? It already happened.
yeah, our differences is that I'm a ruminator. Like I ruminate, I think about it.
A health scare. How about a health scare? How about getting news that there's something that's going on inside your body, and then you go back and say, why did I, you've mentioned this times before, where you F around, you find out.
Yeah, like the health thing is like the health, like I can't even say because I make like plenty of bad choices, like literally today. I continue to make bad choices. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. And I'll be like in my mind knowing why I'm making the choice.
Yeah.
I know I'm making it.
Yeah.
5 years from now, it could be the wrong choice. And I'll be like,
Hmm.
oh, like I should have done something different. But we're here right now. And I'm telling you, it's hard. Like I like deciding what do you want to do? What don't you want to do? Right. In the case of eating, eating food, right? From a health coach perspective, food is emotionally attached to people. It's just like so complicated. So I would say for this episode, start the process of being okay with forgiving yourself. Because when I talk to people like, oh, but this, but that, but this, like, why do you want to keep shitting on yourself every day? When it was the health coaching thing, I'm like, you can't move on with all this weight you have on yourself, you know?
No. And also, what is the point of living in the past? You are living in the past.
And it doesn't exist, nor
It
does
doesn't
the
exist.
future. If we're going to be like truly zen, the only moment that is real is now.
It's so true. And that's an anxiety episode because anxiety is living in the future, right?
Future, yeah, like, yeah. I like depression is living in the past and anxiety is living in the future. Thinking is just bad. The mind is bad, not like thinking like critical thinking.
You should just accept and be.
Also forgive other people. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to engage with them.
I think that's the biggest thing. By the way, I forgave myself that I'm on this episode with peeling nails. So I forgave myself. You
I
better
was going to
forgive me.
compliment you
You better
on your
forgive me
nails.
for that. No, they're peeling. I had no time to get rid of to remove the polish.
Yeah,
So
forgive
I
yourself.
forgave myself. I forgave myself. It's okay. It's all
I
right.
forgive myself for pretty much everything nowadays because I come with good intentions. So, for example, today I forgot my daughter's uniform for ballet after school, and my husband woke up on one. He's like, oh, you got to plan better, pack better, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, so you wake up and do it. I don't feel bad. I forgot. What does everyone have a 100% success rate? I don't feel bad. He's like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. And then I'm like, so be quiet. Stop talking about it. I don't feel bad. I forget things all the time. It happens. I'm human. I'm doing a lot. I'm trying my best.
That's such a good point. If why is he giving you directions on how to do it better? Just do it yourself then.
He woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You think you could do it better? Wake up and do it. Take over. I'm
Absolutely.
like, you don't know how this child is in the morning. Half of my energy is spent
By the
trying to
time
get
that,
her out
yeah.
the door. Like, he's like, oh, it was in the calendar. I'm like, okay, I forgot it. Bring it to
Hmm.
her. But now that I'm a working woman, guys, I have less tolerance. I
Absolutely.
forgot. I'm going to say that every episode until I'm no longer a working woman. So
What
just
are you
get
talking
used to
about?
it.
You're going to be even harder working once you get more
I'll be like,
clients.
thank you. That's my assistant. I'm a working woman. Joking. No, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for anything that I did before I was 18 as a kid, things that I carried into my 20s. And then one day I was like, I was a child? Why am I an adult woman bullying the inner child in me who's now me? So I'm bullying me. Why? So I stopped that day.
And the forgiving others, it's really, you should forgive yourself for allowing them
To do
to
that.
to do that to you. And once
Yeah,
you forgive yourself, then you're good.
you're
Then
good.
it's okay.
I
And you
forgive
were able to
myself.
move past it.
Yes. The way you said that, I forgive myself for being so stupid for allowing you into my life, but I'm smarter now. I forgive, you just like don't let people live rent free in your brain. If you're sitting here seething over something somebody else did, literally 100%, they're not thinking about you because they were the power person in that situation.
And why
And
do you
so, like,
continue giving them power
and you're
still?
like still giving them power, but in your body, but
Yes.
they don't know about it. And like, again, guilty, done that, been there, blah.
Sure.
We're
Sure.
human.
Sure.
But these are just little reminders, little tips to like, oh, yeah. Because you said at the beginning of the episode, we love to hear from you. I hear about it in person. Like, oh, I listened to your like podcast. And every time they say that, I'm like, yes, the topics we talk about matter.
Yes. Topic definitely matter. And I think this is an important one because there's so much that we hard work. Even with work, you have to forgive yourself for not speaking up, for making the wrong move, possibly. You have to forgive yourself because at that point, you did it because you thought it was the best decision. And now you learn. The only way that you can learn is through mistakes. How else are you
Right.
going to learn?
Yes. And it's also like, I forgive myself for my frizzy hair. Also, it's important to be like, I could have done more. I forgive myself for not knowing more at the time or
Yes.
not being as evolved at the time because I'm more evolved today than I was even last month. We are always talking about things and it's a
Mm-hmm.
constant journey that will never end because new things come about. Our children get older, we're in new groups of people. Shame versus guilt. If a person has shame, they feel shameful versus, oh, I feel guilty, which I wrote down the differences of
What's the
these
difference? No,
words.
I need to know the difference.
Okay. Shame is a negative emotion focused on your whole being, often expressed as I am bad. What was that thing? What's that thing when you like you slept over the walk of shame? The
Oh,
walk of
yes, yes,
shame
yes.
literally has the word shame in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The walk of shame when you're
Can I just tell you something? It was never the walk of shame.
I never felt shameful. I
I
didn't feel
felt
shame.
great.
I felt really cool, guys.
Felt
Wearing last night's
great.
outfit in the morning.
I had a great time last night, and that's all that matters. So, sorry, go ahead.
Right. Well, this is
Yeah,
our
yeah.
old lives.
No, no, I get it. I get it.
Leading to withdrawal or behavior. In contrast, guilt is focused on a specific action or behavior, often as I did something bad versus I am bad.
Got it.
So, right, I am bad versus I did
Got
something
it.
bad. That makes sense. With raising children, never shame,
Never shame.
never at
Oh
all.
my God. Once you pop a baby out of your body, you are a goddess.
I feel that way. I like totally feel that way.
Uh, Shame
Guilt.
versus guilt. So what is
I am bad
yeah.
versus I did something
So what is
bad.
the context between the both of them? You brought it up.
Well, you have to forgive yourself. It's hard to forgive yourself when you feel shame about something, and that's therapy. Versus guilt, like mom guilt, like, oh, I go to work all the time. I wasn't able to go to my daughter's school play, right?
Shame should not exist in the vocabulary. Shame should just needs to be worked on, I think, right?
Right. But a lot of people feel shame. That's a therapy thing. People
Yeah,
do feel shame because somebody could say something to you and then you take it within,
that's horrible.
right? I don't know how to
No,
say this.
no,
Like,
you're not going to do this. I'm not going to cry. You're not going to do this.
you're not going to cry. Just people are brought up to feel shameful about things that we are very free about, right? People are taught to and or just feel shame over things that are like, yeah, we did that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, we went out, we did that. Because they have like a tighter, more what's another word for conservative?
That's a different story. I think shame goes more into how you are as a human being. And if certain things affect you to that point, then you shouldn't do them. So that goes into like if you were raised in a certain environment.
Yeah, that's like above my pay grade. I can't
It,
even like the more deeper I get, I'm like, go to therapy if you feel shame. That's it, done.
yes.
That's not something that we can help you with. I can only
Yeah,
say, go talk to someone.
shame is more like what you said for people that are raised in certain cultures.
Self forgiveness for the little things, not the big things, like little things, For instance, you go to the coffee shop, you order coffee, and they're like, have to like enjoy your coffee, and you're like, you too. And then you walk, you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot. You
Oh,
too.
that
You
happens all
too.
the time with me.
Yeah.
I don't think about it.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah. I like that's me off my shoulders, right? Off topic. I advocated for myself the day after our episode because I went to get coffee and bagels and I ordered a coffee and then their like little thing of coffee was like done, right? It was cold and not even to the top. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. So I told them like, this is cold. Please place it. Obviously, very politely. I go there all the time and they did. And I because I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, just like say something. They're busy, nobody cares, you paid for this, say something, it's okay. It's like, it's okay,
good for
it's
you.
okay, yeah.
Good for you.
And if you don't act like a jerk, it's okay. It's okay. Like, if you do act like a jerk, you should apologize before you forgive yourself. So, like, That's number one. Okay. How to practice self forgiveness. Name it. Write down the thing that you're holding on to,
Mm, I
right?
love that because they always say journaling helps, right? So once you
Journaling
get
literally
it out of
helps.
your body, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, like morning pages, which is a thing creative for creative people, to every morning with your hand to pen and pad, write 3 pages. And at some point, your brain takes over and your hand just writes. You just get into the flow state, and it's different than typing.
Yes,
It's different than
different than
typing
typing.
because it's the connection to the pen in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll figure things out. You will figure things out if you do morning pages. It's a thing. Literally Google morning pages. Okay.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's for artists, like
But that's not even just for forgiveness. I think that's in
it's for
general. That's
everything.
just for everything. Wow.
Figure it out, get quiet. We live in such a busy world, so much noise, everything's so loud, and
Yes.
everyone's talking, sharing their opinions like we are.
Mm.
And just like ours. Okay, talk back to shame. When your brain says I'm a failure, you say I made a mistake. And this is actually also science. It's
Hmm.
rewiring your brain with affirmations when you're saying, like, I am creative, I am smart. Literally, my PhD psychologist told me this. You're rewiring your brain. You're creating new neural pathways. Because if you tell yourself the same story all the time, repeatedly, you're just going to get worse. You need somebody to snap you out of that. Therapy, a friend who gets it, and so you had to rewrite it. And that journey is you have to identify the things that you're saying. I used to be like, I'm so stupid when I would make mistakes. I'm
Yeah.
an idiot. And now I really catch, I'm like, no, I'm not. I just made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes.
It's just the
I'm
wrong decision.
literally not dumb. Like that's factually incorrect. And even self-deprecating. Oh, like now I'm like, oh, what a broccoli brain. You know, when somebody tries to tell me something, I like fight back about it. And it started with my mind. So do that, look it up. I don't have that right now. It rewires your brain. This is neurology, actually.
That's
So
amazing. These are really great. Wow.
mhm.
This might be our best episode yet.
I think this is literally, yes. And this is what you said, learn and release.
Mhm.
What did the mistake teach you? Learn it and move on,
It
right?
has to teach you. If it didn't teach you, then it's a problem.
Correct. However, if we keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again, therapy, there must be something that makes you feel good in repeating that mistake. There must be some comfort in making that choice. If we're repeating the mistake over and over again, like there's a comfort there because it's harder to do something else. So that's on you. Once you learn it and you don't release it, that's a choice. That's a choice to keep making the
Yes.
comfortable decision.
Yes. Yes. Everything is a choice if you really think about it. And sometimes you just make the wrong decision, and that's okay.
Right. Like I have that in my life. Like
How would
somebody,
you know? If we would all know to make the right decision with everything you do,
yes.
life would be very different for everybody.
And what is the right decision? You
Right.
only said that it's wrong after you made it because it didn't work out. But when you're presented with a 50-50 split, you have no idea what's going to be the wrong decision. If we're talking about regular, normal decisions of everyday life,
Yeah.
you don't know. So you have to choose one, go with it. And you know that from like an entrepreneurial point of view. You don't know.
From that point of view, the biggest thing is just to make a decision.
Just to make the choice
Literally
and
just to make a
just to
decision.
make it.
And that's okay if you make the wrong one, but if you don't make a decision at all, then that's a huge
That's actually
problem.
the wrong decision is to not
Yes.
to do nothing, to
Yes,
do nothing.
that is the wrong
And
decision.
there is decision fatigue, decision paralysis, blah 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 blah. But in the case of your personal development and forgiving yourself, you're making a choice to walk around with that because we're all the same era of our lives, the glow up era. It's a choice. You should know better. Like you should know better that you need to do something. I said what I said. Okay.
You should know
Permission.
better. Say it again. You should know better what?
You should know better that you have to do something. If you're our generation, you're not a kid. It's complicated, but like we could talk one on one. Okay. I went into a little tornado there. A permission ritual, a physical act, journaling, ripping a page, meditation. Literally, yes.
So I think I talked about this maybe, or maybe I didn't. So um, I struggled a lot when my brother passed. And um, at some point, my ex took me to an overpass over trains. And he gave me all these bottles. And I just threw them. And to this day, I remember feeling that physical release. To this day, I remember feeling that physical release.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like I know your brother.
It was a garbage dump or whatever. And we're just throwing them there. But it gave me that physical release.
Release.
And to this day, I remember that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And for the listeners, your brother, I consider him an entity in, because we talk about him a lot
Yes,
and he just like shows up to where we're
he
at.
does.
Don't be weirded out by that, but I feel like I know him and he's like your protector and the energy. I got chills on my body. So like he's the.
At that point, I didn't know if he was giving me signs or not. Maybe he was, and I just wasn't paying attention.
Okay, and I really love this self-compassion scripts. Examples like I forgive myself for not knowing what I know now.
I love that.
As the young people, as the youngs do, they clap with their little fingers because the whole hand is too much, or like for sound. I don't
Yes.
know. I
It's
like this.
this. It's also
I,
it's this, isn't it?
I don't know, but it's much better for my ears because I hate clapping.
I think it's this. The it's this. But we'll look into it.
Well, I'll do my little neurological exam. Look, guys, I'm doing great. I'm gonna clap on every finger. Yes. Say a script. It's gonna
I
feel
love
weird.
that. I
It's
love
gonna
that.
feel all of this feels weird. All of this is going to feel weird when you're like, I'm done beating myself up. And it does feel weird when you've spent a certain amount of time reading the script of self hatred. And you're going to fall back into your patterns. It's going to be a step forward, two steps back. For me, it was very complicated and I had a lot of support, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, it's not easy. But you have to take the first step because also it's going to show on your skin. You're gonna look older if you're gonna like stress out.
But also, why? Why are you carrying that load? Why? You only have
Because
one life.
okay, so here's why. Like all people are raised differently with a different type of mother.
Okay.
Some mothers F their kids up more than ours, than
Mm,
others, right? So everyone has different parents who either made them feel so guilty, so shameful, so this or so that, right? But after 40, it's your responsibility. I don't want to hear what they did. It's over. It's done.
it's
Dead
done.
and buried. Give it up. And somebody recently said that to me. They're like, give up your MS identity. Give it up. You just did all of this stuff. You just did all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, but it's real. And then I'm like, no, you have to give it up. Some of the things that you experience, a lot of other people do too. If you're going to go step forward in that mindset, like you're just going to like be against yourself. And that took 15 years. Val, you, my husband, repeatedly, like a laundromat of so many machines. And then I was finally ready. That final thing was like, okay, cool. It was the string that broke everything, but there was a long ass string. So don't feel bad if it's going to take you time.
And whatever you feel, the weight of whatever it is not your identity. I think that's so powerful.
Yes, it
It's
is
a
not
part
your
of you
identity.
that is
It's like
acceptable.
external.
Yeah.
Your soul should be your identity. I feel like as a society, we're so into social media. What is success? What is this? What is that? I do forgive myself for everything because honestly, I have a lot of insight that now I could armchair therapy other people. It was all for something, but it's a journey. And I encourage you to start yours now, today.
Yeah, first write down. I love everything that you mentioned, all the points, is to really write down. And it's as silly as They're forgetting your child's uniform, to as deep as I wasted all those years with somebody, or I wasted all those years not saying something, um, or I did that and now I'm this. It's a range of things that you can pile up on top of you that end up weighing you down, but you can accept that. How would you have known? Like you said, it's, if you would know better,
You would have done better. And this is like actually like a great forgiveness of the parents. Let's hope they did the best they could with the knowledge they had. Or maybe they're awful. And in that case, listen to our Advocating for Yourself episode. I have no opinion about that. Do you? Like,
no, if they're awful, you have to do you, of
you have to
course.
like, somebody said, like, oh, the new generations, they cut off their family. And I'm very big on family. I think togetherness is very important, socializing, feeling loved in a unit. But if people are truly awful to you every time you see them, why are you doing that? Like, you don't have, I don't know.
Yeah, but sometimes people get very offended when it comes to parents and everything's too hard. You have to give your parents grace too, because they're trying to do the best that they can. And if they were really hard on you, it's very possible that someone was very hard on them.
It's most likely. Like only this generation is what I'm seeing the last 20 years of being aware. The generational trauma. Like
Hmm.
only now are we like doing that. It's okay to have feelings. Not everything requires therapy. Everyone thinks they're using therapy talks. Everyone's a narcissist. Everyone's this. If you have generational trauma, now's the time to fix it with yourself.
With yourself.
With yourself.
I love
Okay,
this.
yeah. Forgiving yourself does make you a better partner, a better person, a better parent. And you have to acknowledge that it's an ongoing process.
Yes.
What I've learned is that you just got to enjoy the journey.
And celebrate your wins and
Celebrate the little wins.
celebrate you actually writing something down.
Exactly. Little, like, I've gotten really far with little wins. And honestly, this podcast has been a very good, like, book, not a bookend because it's not ending. There's two bookends and there's just more books, like more forgiveness, some more confidence. It's just my bookshelf's getting bigger
Hmm.
because everything we talk about genuinely affects me on a deep level.
Hmm.
Right. And I feel like I've changed. Do you feel like you've changed?
I think so.
For the better. My mind is just like, why wouldn't I be confident? Why wouldn't I do that? Like why? And so it's pretty
It's kind
cool.
of like therapy for me.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, you do cry almost every episode.
I just need a couch. Let's just
I love
get me
it.
a
No,
couch.
I love it. My dad used to say, take it easy. Like my entire life. Like I wish I could get a tattoo that says take it easy. That would be the next one. Because I've always been high strung. I've always been all over the place. And now I say it to my daughter, like, take it easy, relax, but also back to myself. Like, it doesn't have to be that much what we're doing to ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You want
Look
to
at the
do,
book that's lifting up my, I'm not sorry. She's not sorry. Nope.
look at that.
And then we have less. Hello. We should do
Oh.
less. And then also I'll have what she's having. I too will
Mm.
have what she's having. She's
I mean,
living Friends and Strangers.
look at you.
I've not read any of these books. Okay. Oh, The Feral Detective. I would call this my best friend who is the best BFFBI. I tell her, find this out, and she goes rummaging through the interwebs.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's especially you saying you didn't read any of them. All right, let's go
Oh,
with the final,
watch me disappear. Bye.
final,
Final words. Take it
final words.
easy. It's a journey. Calm down. Be nice to yourself. Journal. Start affirmations because it's neurologically proven to work. and build new neural pathways because our brains are, what's that word? They can move. You
Mm,
could learn new things.
mm.
I could learn new things. In conclusion, it is possible to learn new things. It's a journey. Learn to love yourself. It's way more fun that way. Thank you.
And your past does not define who you are.
No, it does not. You
It's
define
just
who you are.
you define who you are.
You define, and I never understood that. I never did. But what other people say about you is their own frame of reference of what they think, what they can do. That has nothing to do with you, the person listening.
Sending sending strong thoughts to those that are listening, and we hope that you're going to utilize some of the steps that Diana mentioned. If you did, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear them.
Yes, and taking that off. Good luck because this is like serious, and I genuinely hope that people that this helps you in
Same.
like a real way.
Same.
So,
All right.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.